Alright, so we're back at it for another day. It's after New Year's now, so pretty much middle of December till New Year's. I kind of took some time off. Why? Because I can. There wasn't much going on. I didn't put on a fireworks show for the local area. There was a lot of setup for that and everything, so not much really happening. We had Christmas time that was spread out over a couple days, and did some chisel plowing. I think I did get some video of that, but just some small odds and ends. We did get these trailers here finished up for the guy. So right now what we're doing is pulling this truck in. I think it needs an alternator. Let's see if it starts. As my point and tails, not enough juice to start it. It hasn't been charging, so we had to pull the charger out here and do it that way, which is not a big deal when we're right here from the shop. So yeah, we'll get that pulled out and get the truck started. So while we're waiting for that truck to charge, we've managed to clean the shelf off here because it's going to another building. It's going to the building over there through the wall. So I know we got lots of buckets and stuff like this that we got to take care of and stuff, but both the top and bottom shelf fit in the back of the Ranger. So if that tells you how much wasted space we were using. She's loaded. The tailgate's got a little bow to her. The sides seem to be bowing out just a little bit, but she's loaded. And we'll take this all over to the other building. We got some racks we got to build over there. And this one, actually this rack might not be going to another building. This rack might be staying here. Might be going over in that corner or against the wall back there. I think is where they'll end up. But either way, we're trying to open this wall up so we have more space to work on the trucks. All right, so another reason why we're doing this here, as you can see, we got a pallet here, pallet there, pallets over there, here, there, everywhere. We're losing a lot of space in this building because of that. We have some vertical space over here in this area, and we'd like those taller racks that are farther back, they're still full of stuff. Eventually, what our goal is to take those out too. I think we're gonna have to actually chop them down a little ways, but they can go along this wall here, and I think there's technically enough room to put them one going this way. Don't know if we have quite enough legs for that though. That's the only iffy part I'm going to say on that. That's what the plan is to get them up there. We can tuck the engines underneath of it, set our level wherever we need, and put pallets on it. So we can, we got a pallet full of belts and stuff, pallet full of chisel plow parts, combine shields, barrels. I think these are both coolant. Well, that one's hydraulic fluid, that one's coolant. Got a transmission. Planter parts are both of those. The reason why we're moving it is we can't use the shelving the way it is because of the pit, and we can't drive a forklift to get across it, and that's the only one that'll reach the top shelf, and what's the point of having a top shelf if you can't use it? Granted, I think we're still gonna lose it in here, but it is what it is, you know. So yeah, I mean, it's chilly out. I'm sure you can see my breath. But what the plan is to, I think, take this down and take the hoses down. And we're gonna put a shelf here across, same in this one, and hopefully get everything in the Ranger on the wall here. I think we're gonna do 10-inch, I don't know, 10, 12-inch shelves, so everything should fit pretty good. So the plan is, so now we gotta go find some boards. All right, so we got our 2 shelves up now. We like to have maybe 2 more here, or a 3rd one on each. But this is all the board we got here at this farm. We can run over to the other and get one if we need one. But I guess before we do that, I'm gonna try and see how much we can get on this. Kind of get it organized, figured out what exactly we need. If we need 4 more shelves or 2 more or what, you know? So I think by the looks of it, it's actually time to take down these lights because they're in the way. So Mark, take down your open house lights. It's only been what, 7 months?
7 months, yeah.
Yeah, it's January and you did what, May?
Something like that.
So May till January. What is that, 6, 7 months? Come on, Mark, get on this. You've delayed it long enough. All right, so we got all the 6-inch stuff up here on the shelf. I mean, it's not the most organized, but it's better than what it was. So that's what I'm happy about. I mean, now I can at least come up here and be like, oh, all right, I got a 6-inch cam lock that I need. I can come and grab it. That's what I'm shooting for. There might be a few more pieces of 6-inch stuff. We only got a couple pieces of 8-inch. I don't know where all of our 8-inch stuff is. If it's, I guess we don't really have that much, really and honestly, because we usually adapt it down to 6-inch. I think we're gonna get 2 more shelves at least. Maybe put a 3rd one up. I don't know. But definitely, we got a lot of 3-inch, 2-inch, some 10-inch PVC, which I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. I haven't figured out what I'm doing with all the PVC yet. I might put that on a separate shelf by itself. So maybe we should put up 4 shelves and just have a shelf full of PVC stuff. But I do like how it's turning out. That's the key to this. Because a lot of that stuff is just, I mean, we've narrowed all of our 6-inch stuff down to 1 shelf, 1 7-foot shelf. So 7 square feet of space that's taken up. All of this took up, I don't know, 40 square feet of pallet racking, probably pretty close to that. So I mean, we're condensing it, and that stuff will all stack a lot better once you get into the smaller stuff. It's just a little bit more organization. It turns out pretty nice. So Mark and I are gonna run over and grab the saw. We're gonna go cut some 2x12 boards into 7-foot lengths. So that's what the plan is. All right. So everything's off the floor now. It's nice and somewhat organized. I was thinking about labeling it, but I don't think it'll make a difference. I mean, we got all of our 6-inch stuff right there, 8-inch and some oddball 6-inch fittings there. This is 4-inch up here. our PVC here, 2-inch and 1.5 inch. Some oddballs mixed in there, and then this is our 3-inch piece. Got our flanges all up on the walls, and then some oddball 6-inch stuff on the floor. Some stuff that needs to go to the shop. But yeah, that's everything. Pretty much all taken care of, so that's a plus. We'll go back and finish cleaning up and trying to get that shelving unit out of the shop. All right, so I guess you could say we've moved away from getting the truck running. We got stuff all over the floor in here and everything else. Barrels are over there. They'll be nice, and once this racking is gone, they'll be nice and flat against the wall. It'll be a lot better for... This rack has to go before that rack does. So, because to take those down, they have to tip this way. Simple as that. But we still have to somehow get that stuff off of there.
Yeah, you figured that out yet?
No, I haven't. I've honestly, I've honestly thought about driving the Bobcat across this because of surface area.
Oh, surface area.
And I think it,
Math says it.
the tracks will actually straddle this thing, so
The math says it'll work.
I don't know. I don't know if we risk it. I don't know.
No,
It's
wait, no, this is boxes you about, so I can throw that shit to the ground. Your girlfriend.
Oh yeah, we have a blow up doll up there that we found up at Electric Forest. And we had it strapped to some guy's truck. The actual, Jeremy, the stuff I'm worried about is that stuff down there. That's half full. That little sprayer deal.
Why the fuck's it got anything in it?
Because that's why it was stored in here, is because it had stuff in it. Anyways, we got a pallet way up there, pallet there, so really and truly the only thing I think that can reach up there is the skid steer that can go across this. So,
You got transmissions to trucks we don't have.
that could go in the white truck. But anyways,
I figured out the other day.
Starting to get some pallets off the shelves. Now they're starting to get empty. Jeremy's moving them. This is a pallet of disc parts. Some semi parts by the looks of it, and a brand new steering box for I think a half-ton mid-90s Ram. Transmission for one, a 2-wheel drive transmission, and a pretty much brand new transfer case from what we're seeing. So crazy the things you'll find. Cut me off. Anyways, yeah. So we might get that first section down today. It's kind of what Jeremy and I's goals are, get that down. I don't know. I don't even know if you can hear me. We're smashing stuff. All right, so I think the next plan is to take all the boards off of this thing. Start at the top. I'm gonna start peeling boards off. While I'm doing that, I will let the chain or take the ropes down, so that way we can get those out of the way. So, yeah, I think I'll just climb the side of this and go up that way. So we almost got this second set of shelves down, and we ran into a little bit of an issue here. I mean, in a little bit, it's a this kind of issue. Oh, it's locked. Yeah, so somebody decided to weld that back orange beam in instead of just hanging it up, so now I have to go through and cut it to get it down. Which is fine, because we aren't going to reuse it, I don't think. And if we do, well, better luck to the next person, because they welded this one in and that one in. Yay, they just got better. Oh, some people. It wasn't me, because these were up here before I was born, so. Or before I could walk, I think, maybe. Yeah, something like that. Alright. Let's get it done. Alright, so since, don't kill the power cord. Don't set it down on the power cord, we're trying to save it. So anyways, since we're trying to get everything cleaned up out of here, take all these pallets out. This might be a bad idea. What I'm trying to get to is we're teaching Mark how to really run the skid steer. He's not really done it, I don't think. And that one's a little bit of a handful, so it is what it is, but hopefully he doesn't break anything. That's what we're going for, you know. We got everything kind of stacked up a little bit risky, I'm gonna say, I guess is the word. So the whole plan is to actually get this out of here so we have room for stuff. We gotta clean this area up over here because we're gonna cut one of these in half and make a shelving unit for in here, because we got sprays and stuff we don't want to keep outside in the cold storage. All right, so we got a dump trailer in here and a dumpster. We're going through these shelves now. I've been kind of holding off on the dumpster and the trailer until we had gotten those last pallets off, and we needed room to get the pallets off. So, ooh, don't drop that. I bet that's important. But we're getting down the last few things on the shelf. This area here is just a utter nightmare, I think. And we gotta do something about that. There's a few things that we just need to get rid of, I think. It's just as simple as it is. I don't think we're ever gonna use them. I mean, we got buckets of paint in there that I don't think we're ever gonna use. What is that? That's a brand new hydraulic pump. Yeah, keep that in the box. So, yeah, that's one thing we're gonna try to do too, is keep stuff in the box and kind of label straight out of a Sharpie or something what it's for. It'll be better that way. It's way different in here. We just gotta get it cleaned up. We don't really have that much stuff left in here, I'm gonna say, as I look over the sea of nightmare. Yeah, it's just taking care of it. We gotta figure out what we're gonna do with it.
Huh?
You can buy a nice truck for that.
Oh, hell. I go buy like 4 ship boxes before I did that.
Anyways, so we've been cleaning in here. We took the weekend and did other stuff. This is Monday now. But if you're wondering what it's like to be a hoarder or work with a hoarder, here you go. These are 2 pallets of hydraulic hoses and a couple other miscellaneous hoses. Like there's a garden hose for discharge on a pump and some fertilizer line that we use on a planer. But I mean, we got 2 pallets pretty much full. There's probably 1,000 feet, 2,000 feet of hydraulic hose here. There's a lot. And this is what we kept. We threw probably that much away. If it's got bad spots in it, I mean, you can see there's some in here and then there's some underneath. But I mean, we threw a lot of it away. It's crazy. But we're getting down there. These are the pallets we got left to go through. This one's pretty much gone through. We got PTO shaft over there and some other things. Pump's got to stay in here. But, whew, yeah, we're getting it taken care of slowly. Very slowly, but that's all right. But we're getting down there. I mean, you can see this corner. This corner is all nice and open. It's weird. It's kind of a completely different shop now. But what we got left, we got to get these racks up, which is what we're trying to do, is make space to get all of this stuff out of there, so we can put that chunk of racking in the corner. That's a 4-foot racking, 4 foot deep. This is only 3 foot, 2.5 foot, something like that, smaller. That'll go, this racking here is gonna go against that wall where the bolt bins are. I think we're gonna take the bolt bin, put over here on the wall. All right, so we're trying to move our steel rack here. All right, set it down. All right, so we're moving the steel rack. We're gonna use these tubes here.
Give her a shot. They're fucking heavy.
We're gonna use those tubes, stick under in the holes, and then pick it up, back it up, and set it against the wall. Mark. Oh boy, oh boy.
These things are to put the camera down.
All right, we're gonna just go full on, stick around somewhere. Huh? That's just gonna bend.
Brandon, that motherfucker's an inch thick.
Well, these up and put. All right, so a little time has passed. We ended up getting that shelf put in there. Here, this blue one, we got it moved. Worked great to pick it up with those two pieces. We got this shelf put in. A couple things on it, cleaned it up. This shelf is now in. We got the top racks to put on still, but you know, that's something else. That's just going over and getting them. But I think we got to do a little cleaning up here before we can get to really worrying about that top rack, because we got pallets we're gonna put on it and everything. We got to get plywood to lay down. I mean, that pallet's going on it. And then there's the spray mixer, the thing right there, and a spray tank over here is what we got going on it. Those three things, this thing here is going on it. So yeah, that's pretty much where we're at with the shop. I mean, we got just a bunch of small things right here that just need to be taken care of. Homes found for them and stuff like that. And it's just a little bit of a process to do, that's all. So I'm working on my truck now, just getting this thing done. I think I'm gonna take the silencer ring out of the turbo. See, actually, I gotta figure out if this one has it. It's not quite the same as a 12 valve, is what I'm used to working with. But I got a little chirp up here in the front end of this thing, right up in here on the belt, and I'm trying to figure out if it's the water pump or the tensioner or what it is. So I'm gonna tear all that apart, but ended up dropping a ratchet down into the endless abyss down here, known as the radiator shroud, way down in there. And that runs down to the intercooler, and so it's like, I don't know, longer than my arm in there. And yeah, so I get to do that. So anyways, that's probably gonna be it for this video. I'm just gonna keep working on this thing, just tinkering with it, figuring out what I want to do, get rid of this VGT turbo or what. But you know, just hobbies.